at some technical trends in cloud computing, virtualization is, of course, at the heart of cloud computing, and this is nothing new. But what we're seeing is further virtualization of components of the data center. No longer just server and storage virtualization, but entire networks are being virtualized now with network function virtualization, virtualized security, etc. There's just a number of components that can now be virtualized. We can take our physical resources and make much better use of them with virtualization, and it's simply spreading. So we're seeing a lot more of that, and that is only going to lead to the growth of cloud computing. Convergence is another trend, and this is effectively trying to merge technologies. And one of the most common is storage and network components, and that is simply being able to access your storage using network components. And examples of this, and again, this is nothing really new, but we're just seeing more of it. But the storage area network is a means of accessing storage using our network. And one of the more common approaches with that, because traditional SANs are rather expensive, is moving toward what's known the IP SAN. So we're seeing the traditional storage area network move more toward these IP-based ones because SANs require dedicated hardware and dedicated protocols to access them. So an IP SAN is using your standard IP protocols over an Ethernet network. And that's the third option we're seeing there, fiber channel over Ethernet. Now, a very common example of an IP SAN is what's known as iSCSI. This encapsulates SCSI commands to access the disks over a standard IP network. So what it translates to is that you don't have to purchase as much dedicated equipment. You still need the storage, but you don't need the fiber in terms of accessing it, and you also do not need what's known as host bus adapters on the servers. So you can use your regular plain old Ethernet equipment that you already have. And fiber channel over Ethernet still makes use of your Ethernet components, but uses the fiber channel protocol. So it preserves that. But in either of those cases, you're still able to come up with a much more cost-effective means of accessing a SAN. Now, as far as bandwidth goes, that is definitely on the rise. We are seeing increases in users, devices, and certainly feature-rich media-intensive applications. So with that, the bandwidth has to go up, and this requires scalability. And of course, the scalability of cloud components from the perspective of a customer is, for all intents and purposes, unlimited. You can really just go out and grab whatever you need, but obviously you still have to consider budgets and things like that and your physical capabilities of your hardware. But cloud computing is much more scalable than most internal organizations. So all of these trends are basically just leading to the growth of cloud computing, and hopefully can suit the needs of your business, particularly if you are in a growing environment.